I, Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans, hereby command that you do not listen or subscribe to the Dragon Ball 4 Life podcast. Whatever you do, would you defy royalty? No! Bye!
May we have your attention, please, and welcome to another episode of Dragon Ball 4 Life, where you come for the content, but you stay for the culture. And Trav, today we talking about culture like Chi-Chi whipping up some Chi-Chi. You know, Master Roshi getting a little toasty, you feel me? Because Mr. Popo do be in the know, bro. And yes, while Krillin do be chilling, we the on fire force, and we betting it all on black. Frieza. Tis I, the frozen one, Mr. Matthew Porter, aka Mr. More Than Just a Pretty Jace, here with my podtonic life partner, the Trunks to my future, cause ain't no Gotens over here, my forever Dende one, Planet Namek at the disco himself, Mr. TrollTollTrav. Talk to the people, Trav.
Are we live?
Testing.
Cause you know, like a saying, I say this with pride.
Very prideful.
And Lord Beers knows that I'm never a cheater. So that's why I stay with one woman like Vegeta. It's the kid like TrollTollTrav, and we are back. With another episode of Fans for Life. But before we do get into the episode 5
episode 5,
you know, we have a couple news announcements and thoughts, and then, you know, things we want to get into and discuss. But we'll first start off on a more somber note.
About 1 second. I was gonna say it. Yeah. I knew it was coming.
Yeah, so
my boy.
So what have we lost today once again? In this era, this time of just legends. Just legends being taken away from us, man.
I mean, you know, they say that legends never die.
They never do.
But they do. They do transition into an astral plane, whatever it is that you believe in, become one with the Force. You know, go to afterlife, go to train with King Kai, however you want to play it. But we lost another one, another great, probably one of the greatest. I don't feel like this man gets his flowers for real. We often throw around the title. We throw it around a lot because we've had the pleasure of speaking to a lot of amazing voice actors here at DB4L. But we often throw around the designation of people who provided the soundtracks to our life, and this man is no different. If anything, it probably rings more true than a lot of designations with that, because he quite literally was the soundtrack for Dragon Ball Z. He brought us in after the introduction song. He took us out after the outro. You know, when we say we'll see you next time on Dragon Ball 4 Life, that was a complete rip from the legend known as Doc Harris. He passed away at the age of 76.
Too young.
I don't know the details. If we do get that, if it's not something that's like, you know, private or inappropriate for us to speak on, we'll put it in the description. But just as kids of the 90s, as DBZ fans, as a Dragon Ball anime podcast, you know, we obviously want to send our condolences to him, to his family, to any of the work colleagues that we may know personally, professionally, or have yet to meet that might be affected by his passing. We want to send out our healing, loving energy for his passing and condolences. But man, what a legend! What an iconic voice!
I know.
What an iconic voice. And Trav, before we had started, we had talked about, because there's so many moments that he narrated in Dragon Ball Z, and we kind of had discussed like freestyling before we hit record. Do you have a favorite Doc Harris narration moment from Dragon Ball?
Final Atonement.
Yeah.
Like, the feels of that was not just of the moment of what was happening in that episode. It was the way that he had voiced the transition into what was, you know, what was about to happen of Vegeta sacrificing himself. So the combination of like that scene doesn't pull out the feels without that ending narration, because like the thing that I loved about that specifically, but also in general too, was when you knew the episode was about to end, when the music started to play in towards, like, as the vocals were still happening, and then you heard Doc Harris come in, and it was in that moment, like, you're like, oh shit, this is what he's about to do. And even though we watch a show where no one really dies, we watch a show where
what is dead may never die.
Only my guy Trunks' timeline, everyone's dead. So
erased, not even dead, just erased.
Well, yeah, now, but like, yeah, right, exactly, yeah, not even in this plane of existence,
right?
But it really did feel like a moment where you're not thinking or remembering, like, oh yeah, they probably just gonna rush him back. Like, you're thinking, yeah, he's about to sacrifice himself and we're about to lose Vegeta. And that whole ending scene, just everything that was surrounded by it, just captured that all. And so that's always gonna stand out for me. But what about you?
Yeah, that is a great episode, and it's funny because mine kind of somewhat echoes the style in which they did it, because they were very formulaic in how they ended Dragon Ball Z. You know, you would hear the music coming, like the action would pause, and there'd be like a stop, and then you'd hear the music, and then Doc's iconic voice would come in, and then he's like, "Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z." But very much with Final Atonement, I liked how he was kind of narrating through the scene still playing out, because it felt big, like, you know.
Well,
like,
that's
mine that I picked, that's why we so locked in, bro, was very similar to that they kind of changed the formula up. The music hit, the narration came in, but the scene was still playing out, and it had to be when Gohan turned Super Saiyan 2. And you see the energy and the sparks and the lightning, and Gohan's tears are like flowing upwards, because it's like he's crying, and he does like this pretty much this amazing, this haiku of just, you know, and I'm totally gonna butcher it, but he basically talks about, you know, like how we always saw like glimpses of Gohan's power, like with the Battle of Raditz, or when they went to Namek, and he was just mentioning all these pivotal benchmark moments in Gohan's true potential. And then this was the bookend that Gohan finally was able to just unleash, and he just how he broke down how we grew up with Gohan, like literally literally watched him grow up through the series. So like just having Doc narrate
is he our age in the series now?
Probably. Damn.
Say, you know what I'm saying? Like, he definitely has to be like mid, no older than like 35.
Yeah, because the start of Boo was that his freshman year in high school?
In high school.
Remember when Majin Buu, when they did like the slice of life stuff to start off the Majin Buu saga with Great Saiyan Man and Gohan being in high school? Because I know he was homeschooled. I just don't remember if he just was like, you know what, I'm tired of being homeschooled, I want to be around real kids, or if like he decided to start high school off in the actual school. I feel like this is a Googleable thing.
I'm doing that right now.
I'll fill the time. but yeah, just that moment, Doc Harris just narrating that moment again, and I'm not even the biggest Gohan fan, but just like I said, like very much with Final Atonement, him speaking through the episode actually still going on, you can still kind of hear like shit happening in the background. It felt special. It felt like a big moment, and that was our first Super Saiyan 2 sighting, which was just fire. And then again, the iconicness of like of Gohan's tears just floating upwards with his energy flow, I thought was an amazing animated touch. But what are we looking at? What was it? Orange High or some shit like that?
Orange Star High.
Yeah.
So it says he's 17 years old.
Okay, so maybe he just stopped being homeschooled to like start like his senior year or sophomore year. I kind of felt like it was something like that, because I was just like, I feel like he wasn't fucking 15.
So he's 17, and then how many years is the that
was it
from that
7
to Buu arc?
Well, no, Cell to Buu was 7 years.
So if he's 17 at the start of the Great Saiyan Man, I was just
damn. So he was only 10 in the Cell games. That's nuts.
What was the?
Because that was a 7-year skip. It was from end of Cell to Teen Gohan. Well, I guess actual Teen Gohan. That was a 7-year time jump.
I feel like the timing's all wacky, because they do present it as if Gohan was like at least like 13.
Oh, well, you know what? They did do the hyperbolic time chamber. So he technically would be a year up than what he should be in the time. So that kind of I guess that logic takes away a little bit.
All right. So how long was the Boo saga then?
That was literally a couple days, which is a fucking wild thing to think. Because like all the way up until Majin Buu blows up Gohan or like kills him, I'm bunny quoting for those who aren't going to see this visually, that was all literally one day because Goku was only back for 24 hours, remember? Like up until then matter of fact, up until all the way from the beginning of when Goku shows up for the tournament, all the way through to where he shows Goten and Trunks Super Saiyan 3 and just like, y'all need to figure this out. That was all one day. Not even a full day, because Goku lost a lot of his life force from running Super Saiyan 3. So like that's the day from hell, bro.
So in that case then, and Super's a 10 years time skip. All right, I don't think he's hit 30 yet.
So but
he's close. He's close. He's like 28, 29.
Yeah, I feel like that checks out. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in Superhero, wasn't that like 2 years after the Tournament of Power?
Let's see if Google has this. How old is Gohan during Dragon Ball Superhero movie?
Yeah, because I feel like I know there was a lot of discrepancy amongst the fan base as to where in the timeline.
Okay, the AI overview on Google, which makes sense of what we had said because of the 10-year time skip. Mm-hmm. So it says in Dragon Ball Superhero, Gohan is 26-year-old physically and 27 years old. So that's 20 because of the hyperbolic
time chamber. Yeah, got it. Look at us figuring shit out without the internet, just getting reassurance.
Goku 47 years old but physically 43. Vegeta, 52 years old, but physically 57.
Yeah, because that motherfucker stay in the damn
just stays in that chamber.
And then remember, even during the Cell games, he had ran back for another 30-minute jump, half-day jump for like 6 months, and that's how Trunks' hair got long again. So he ran it back. He was just like, yeah, you know what, I like it in here.
Which is actually so funny because it says future Trunks is 31. How?
Like, as of when he shows back up in Super? He's 31?
Oh, man, I ain't gonna break my brain.
Yeah, you gonna rack it. Yeah, because you know what? Future Trunks' age is super subjective because he would have came back to the past, then went back to the future, then came back to the past again, did the hyperbolic time chamber 1.5 times, then went back to the future, and then came back to the past again in Super, yo. So I was like, I don't even think he knows how old he is. So his age is all over the place.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, that's nuts, because if you think about it, like, he came back in time and then aged up a year in our time, which is his past.
One of the first, like, YouTube thumbnails that pops up for like videos suggested in this Google search, it goes, his age makes no sense. So all right, cool, I'm not gonna break my brain on it.
bet. You know, it's supposed to be ambiguous. That's what it is. Like, that's why Beerus says stop fucking with time travel, bro. you lose your age,
right,
bro.
Because if Gohan's 27 and future Trunks is only like 4 years older than him at the time, I'm like, the math's not mathing and it ain't for me to figure out.
Word, but R.I.P. to Doc Harris. Yeah. All that to say,
real R.I.P. to another legend that we lost.
R.I.P. to another legend for sure. Voice of a generation. There will never be another like him. Mm-hmm. Ever. Mm-hmm. Ever.
And more positive news. It's a big week for us Dragon Ball fans. So we do have finally the release of Dragon Ball Z Sparkling Water. Who don't know what that is, and I don't know why you would tune in now and don't
be confused.
And are just
they say, oh shit, they doing a truly drop, a bubbly drop for Dragon Ball Z. That's lit.
Is what we refer to Sparking Zero.
Yes.
But before we, just get some quick thoughts on it, because we'll be covering that a lot more once it drops.
With our girl Bex.
Yes, indeed. The Trio of Danger. But for also on Friday is the Dragon Ball Daima official release in Japan. Now, we already had mentioned that they were going to be doing the English dub screenings and the premiere of the English dub in theaters. November 10th through 12th is when you'll be able to see it in theater.
I gotta check my email.
I haven't gotten the email yet.
Either, I haven't got it yet either.
I don't think they're going on sale yet.
Bet.
We did see that Netflix is going to be getting Dragon Ball Daima.
That's crazy. Are they simulcasting or is it just like delayed?
It doesn't sound like they're simulcasting because it says they're getting it globally October 18th, which is a week after it premieres in Japan. Okay. But let me just see too if like
I'm looking it up myself.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Daima Netflix. If that's going to be just the Japanese dub, I would assume it's the Japanese dub. But if because it wouldn't make sense for them to premiere.
Oh shit! It says in addition to its Crunchyroll streaming release.
Oh, okay.
Toei Animation's upcoming Dragon Ball Daima anime series will be heading to Netflix this month. This places the cartoon's English debut 1 week after its Japanese broadcast debut on the 11th. So it looks like it is going to be the English version on Netflix, but there is going to be a simulcast with Crunchyroll.
Okay. All right. So then Crunchyroll, we're going to lock in and watch the Japanese version and give our thoughts on that, because I mean I watch both. We both watch both. So
hold on, another piece of it. So all right, so it's doing both. So it's going to be October 11th, the premiere, which is simulcasting with Crunchyroll.
Okay.
And then it's going to premiere the Japanese version. The sub is going to premiere Monday, October 14th in Asia, and then globally Friday the 18th.
Okay, so we actually won't be able to watch it until the 18th.
I think the Crunchyroll we will, because it says that it's streaming on Crunchyroll, but it looks like if you wanted to watch it on Netflix, you have to wait till the 18th, and it'll basically be a week behind.
We ain't waiting.
Yeah, no, I ain't waiting.
I ain't got that Crunchyroll membership for nothing.
Facts. I ain't waiting.
Yeah, and then our guy Yoku just recently was on a panel, or he had an interview with well, he was on a panel. I forget where he was at, but he was with Mazuko Nozawa, the voice actress of Goku, and basically, he said that,
bro, she's a legend, bro, still going.
Bro, knock on wood, please.
Yeah,
please,
most
please, knock on wood. That is another iconic voice. Like I don't think of Dragon Ball's Japanese dub without Nozawa. Like
1000.
Yeah. Vegeta-san. Vegeta.
With the power ups, the best, though.
And as much to be expected, but Yoku said that we're gonna continue. We're going to continue with future projects. We're excited for what we have in store.
Hell yeah.
He said that this year is the, or I guess, is it this year? That's technically the 40th anniversary. I think it's this year. But yeah, he said we're going to keep the 40th celebration going. So, and he said starting with Daima. So, we got Daima and Sparking Zero coming out in October.
I know there's a rumored movie floating around out there.
Yep. And so I just feel like we're gonna get at the end of the quarter is Jump Festa at the end of the. I
believe so. Yeah, I feel like that's a wintry thing.
Yeah, I know that Dragon Ball Super has its own panel, and the last time that they had their own main stage panel was when they announced Dragon Ball Super Broly. So,
would you with this it just popped into my head. Sorry.
Yeah.
With this mystery movie floating around, not Morrow. So I feel like Morrow, way too much happens for them to squeeze that into a movie.
Yeah,
but I feel like Granola could be a movie. I feel like you could squeeze that in there.
Yeah, it could. I do think that, but I really do think they would just do a story that's not from the manga.
Right. Yeah, something separate. I wouldn't be mad at it. But I was saying because we've all been playing.
If
we've all been clamoring.
You could do it.
Granola would be, because I feel like there's enough characters to fill the time, but also not to, like, when Marvel, way too much happens.
Yeah,
like you got
Granola, they kind of like stretched it out a little bit too much.
And not only that, it's very contained. Like it all kind of happens like in the same space. Like once they go to get the planet with what was it? Shit, I almost said Sadala, wrong planet. What was Sorelia?
Yeah,
or was the Sorelians the name of the people? Like
Planet Cereal. I think
Planet
it's
Cereal.
Planet Cereal.
All right, and they would call it the Sorelians. Yeah. Like it pretty much all happens there. Like the battles with the heaters and everything. Like that's all there. So it could definitely, you could definitely pull that off.
Yeah.
Like
so
2-hour movie, 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
You know, something like
whatever the movie is though, dog, it's gotta be
fire, fuego.
That
I need fuego.
But it also has to be after the time skip, bro. We can't be. It has to be post end of Z. Like,
yeah, let's move the story forward, guys.
Yeah, unless like the opening scene is like the way they address it is like this. They're gonna have like the first like 15 minutes like.
That'd be dope. That'd be. I'd fuck with that.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, I would too. Especially if like it's a movie that is gonna.
I mean, that's how they did Broly. You know, it started with a flashback, and then you know, brought us. I'd like that a lot if they started with
because I don't think what are they now like a year away from the end of Z?
Yeah,
like,
we're out of time. There's not really much. That's why they had to go backwards.
Exactly. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, I mean, Sparking Zero, got that drone pre-ordered. I'm really looking forward to just, you know, reliving nostalgia, and like, you know, we'll get in our online fun matches, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm chilling. You know, I'll play with my friends, but you know, my days
you ain't gonna see me in no ranked matches.
Those days for me are over. I'm just here to play the story modes of each character, of the selected characters that you can play through like their own stories. I'm ready to be
so dope.
Oh man, I'm ready to do the what if scenarios. I already saw the official trailer for the Gohan Black what if scenario that you'll be able to play as.
I'm not saying that we had heard about that way before y'all did, but you know.
I'm saying, and then, you know, like I want, you know, unlock all the characters, play with all the characters. Like I'm just ready to just sit back, feel like a kid again, and just.
So here's the real question for you, Trav, because as I've understood it with the what if scenarios, some of them are going to be pretty easy to unlock because obviously like Goku not getting killed by the special beam cannon, it's not a spoiler that trailer has been out mad long. That's the one they keep talking about. So right. But obviously with that one, I think the win conditions are you have to like beat Raditz before Piccolo charges up the special beam cannon or something like that. But then I did hear that a lot of the other what ifs are like very specific things you need to do to like get it to like the chain reaction for like the story to move forward. So my question to you is, are you just going to kind of play the game and just kind of see where it takes you? Or are you going to like, you know, look up to see like which what if scenarios are available in the game and how you trigger them?
I'm gonna look it up for sure. Especially like we've played so many Dragon Ball games and you know the storyline, you know each saga, you know each arc. So I'm definitely going to see, all right, how can I make this a little spicy? How can I switch it up a little bit? So definitely gonna look that up. I know for sure on the pad there, I'm gonna get pissed off because I think there's gonna be really tricky ones where I'm not gonna get them and I'm gonna be pissed where I gotta keep redoing it. And
determined, I'm gonna get this shit to full.
That shit gonna irk me, you know. So, but yeah, definitely if there's a little bit of a twist that I can
control
incorporate.
There's anonymous classes in your future.
I want to make sure that this monitor right here is
CBA classes.
I want to make sure that's all good. But yeah, what about you? What are some initial quick thoughts on Sparking Zero before we get into night?
I'm excited, bro. A lot like you. I don't want to be humbled like that and getting on them online ranked matches.
Right.
Like I know my skill set.
I'll leave it to the YouTubers and watch them duke it out and fight and like get all, you know.
1000%.
I'll watch that.
You know what it is, bro? It's just like, because with Dragon Ball Z Fighters, also a great game, it's just like, I be dirty at the rudimentary shit with the game, like the baseline. I'm that nigga, bro. I could take on the computer on super hard and get some wins in. You're like
AI try to stop me. I don't know about that. I ain't ready for that.
Yeah, AI on legendary difficulty. I got it. Like I'm gonna get my W's. I'm gonna get my W's. But then as soon as you start getting them ranked match where they can like string combos together, and then you got to hit the D-pad at a slant motion to change shit. Yeah, that's when I get got, bro. That's when I get got. Like I'm very selective at the arcade with who I play in Marvel vs. Capcom. Like if I start to get the whiff that you know how to really play like that, like I'm cool, bro. Casual players, sign me up.
Listen. I if anyone that is like, yo, Trav, just play some Strangers Online. No. Listen, for online play, it is CPU. Can't play you. I ain't playing none of y'all. I ain't playing none of y'all.
CPU can't play you. Name of this episode.
I am enjoying it with my people. Like if me and my people wanna play and bring back that old like kid feeling of, yo, we gotta go to the crib, someone's crib who has a PlayStation 2. We just play it for hours. I'm down with that. I'm down to like, man, slide through. We gonna play. I'm good with that. But as far as going online and getting cooked and hearing some 15-year-old that just got their first bit of acne calling me a pussy, I'm cool.
Nah, son.
I'm all right. It's not for me.
Nah, son.
It's not for me.
Isn't it that the only way that you can do like versus is like it has to be in a hyperbolic time chamber? I think that's like the thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I
maybe
remember,
who knows? Maybe I can find because can't you enter matches that are like kind of like based on your playing level, or whatever. Mm-hmm. Maybe I can do that, but
or just one to see what happens.
Yeah, because then maybe I can get that itch back. Maybe I
know what it is. Here's what we're gonna do, Trav. We gonna go into a lobby with a bunch of new inexperienced players. And we're going to get that one victory, and then we're going to hang up our jerseys, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Can you do, like, team battles with, like, friends? Like, can you and I, like, go online and fight against,
outside of us, like, sitting next to each other on the couch and passing the controller back and forth when we switch characters? I don't think so.
Okay. Because I was like, that'd be fun if, like, you and Bex, like, went online and,
that'd be crazy.
I'd do that. I might hold his back and, like, get cooked.
Bex got to be the starter and the closer.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We'll clean up in the middle, bro.
Yeah. Bex would 1000% be our she'd get the OP character for sure.
Facts. That's all her. That's all her.
We listen, Bex, we need you.
Yeah, you know what it is? We can finally get into this, John, because it's just like thinking about that, like with having like the best player be either be in the opener or the closer. It takes me back to just like playing Pokemon and how like all of us played that shit wrong because we all led with our strongest Pokemon. like none of us you know what? Let me. None of us tested the waters. Like, yo, my level 100 Blastoise, sending you out first, bro. It's just wax. Like I remember, I would like play the Elite Four. Like I would like train through the Elite Four. Like once I beat the game, that's how I would like get my XP points. And I would just like run that shit with my Blastoise and just like just not even put out anybody else. But then I'll be thinking about like, for real, the way that you probably should do, you probably shouldn't use your best Pokemon first. Save them in the tuck. Keep them for surprise.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of surprise, bombs that go off in children's shelters that kill all the kids.
Wow. For those that are wondering what that is in reference, that is in reference to episode 5 of Night of Abyss. And, we were talking about it before the episode dropped. And once again, we said that, yo, Quintin, come on the pod and correct us. Is it now or Noah? But for the sake of just sounding clean right now,
he's got to be Noah for today.
He's gonna be Noah for today because the episode title is Night, Noah, and Ruby. And so
Noah with an asterisk on it.
Exactly. So obviously this is Knight and his two party members now. And where we last left off, there was taking down the what did you call
Imperial
them?
Guard, the Moon Knight Ninjas.
The Moon Knight Ninjas. And it had concluded with, all right, the Moon Knight Ninjas got waxed, and they're like, you know what? Fuck it. We all die. We all die. And that's how we left off, where he set off the Nova detonator. And, you know, the episode starts off letting us know, like, hey, MJ mean. Them kids, man.
Fuck them kids. Which is nuts. I will say that caught me extremely off guard.
I know. I really thought that before that shit was about to set off, you know, someone was gonna jump in and
kick it away.
Pow, pow.
Ninja kick.
So I mean, it let us know off rip. You know, it starts off
first sentence of the chapter. after
this would
3 hours later.
Great to be narrated by Doc Harris. Just saying.
Yeah, facts.
Starts off, the description says, innocent lives caught in the crossfire of others' conflict and endless cycle. So, you know, which is pretty much representation of, you know, what, you know, the life of survival that Noah and Ruby have been. Yeah,
you gotta love when a little bit of current social commentary is injected into your media. But yeah, see, bro, they start out right up. They're all gone. All of them.
They all dead. They all dead. Like literally, everything is in destruction. But the only people that survived were Knight, Noah, and Ruby, and they just don't know how. You know,
does Noah ever take down his shiesty? Like, is that up at all times?
Nah, he be keeping the shiesty up.
Stay ready, so don't gotta get ready, baby.
Yeah, he keep the shiesty up. He making sure that, you know, he don't get the vid. He said, "Yo, that shit still hit me."
We gonna call him no shiesty.
Yeah, you know, I can't be compromised. Facts.
And as
you
a
know,
getaway driver, I can't be sneezing. The eyes closed, we might crash. Like, gotta keep my what was it? Them N24 masks.
Yeah. Yep. I want to pause here on this here for those that you know are watching this on YouTube. Is that Knight saves all three of them with this special technique and ability that he doesn't even know how he had it done. Like, it's almost as if like his instincts had just kicked in and he just acted upon that, but it only had a barrier that saved him, Noah, and Ruby. And like, phenomenal art here. Like, this shit looks fire.
So good,
you know, for those that are just listening, you know, Knight has this bright, I wouldn't even say neon, but like, it's like a luminescent, if that's a word, green, where like his armor that has the green stripes, they all are
his kaiju number 8 suit.
Yeah, his eyes are a green fiery with like the flames coming out.
Can I just point out the continuity really quick, bro? So, you know, I'm a sucker for the small detail. Knight threw his one katana through Red Moon Knight Ninja's hand and is currently jammed into the wall, so he doesn't have it in this scene. Yeah, shit might be gone forever, actually.
Right. Yeah, it could be. Lost in the explosion. And he has these like symbols on his hand that kind of did we see these symbols?
We actually see it lower later. I guess technically lower. We do see it later.
The way it's scrolling,
in the chapter. But yeah, I do feel like we've seen these before.
Yeah, and so you know, obviously sick that wasn't able to save the children. Once again, Knight is feeling that, man, I run away from I escape from the destruction of my home, go to this new land that I just don't know about, meet up with Ruby and Noah, help them out, thinking I'm saving some lives, and turns out that I don't. You know, he kind of has like a future Trunks art right now.
Big facts.
You know, just demise keeps following him, and he's just kind of like, they're all in a down place right now, and it just feels as if
I wonder if Knight's markings are tattoos or like there, like permanent edges, because he's always had those. Like, even in the earlier chapters, he has those on his hands, and we do see it. Actually, a little fun fact, because I looked it up, because you know, once they're glowing, you pay a lot more attention to them than when they're just kind of just like his base skin tone. if we go all the way back to the very first page of the very first episode 1 entitled Home, that little vortex, which I assume maybe Attila's came through, was a bit unclear of that, but it has that same symbol on there. If you want to go back and check, you know, if you want to get a little look, this could be the real.
What chapter was that?
Matter of fact, man, let me see if I can share my screen as you're also sharing your screen. I can't, because you are. It's literally the first page of
Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing and you can share your screen.
Yeah, bet. Cool. So look, it's actually the same exact symbol that's on Knight's hand. Hold on, I'm gonna share this really quick.
What if that is in relation to the Awakened One, our theory of like Attila's being like?
Look, I'm trying to tell you. See, right there. That's the same one that's on his hand.
And that could be.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if Attila's like came through that hole, like that portal. I kind of feel like that's somewhat implied, like from like the red behind him and everything. But yeah, that's on the ground. That's the one that's on one of his hands of the two. So, well, like I say, bro, it's giving either
connection.
Word. It's giving either didn't even hit script. Meant to hit that, but there we go. Yeah, it's giving. I'm still not committed to either that's his older brother versus that's older him on some Flashpoint paradox type time from like some multiverse or a fucked up future. Like you said, you were just saying a lot of these beats are kind of giving like Future Trunks vibes. Maybe it is. Like,
yeah, right.
Maybe Future Night.
And now we're
call him tomorrow.
We're call him Day.
There it is. Day and Night. Name of this episode. Name of this episode.
So now we're taking back Over East, and now
this shit cracks me up because it's like I know it's called Over East, but it sounds like where they? Oh, it's somewhere over East.
You know, like he from up
over there. Yeah, you from over East.
Yeah.
Like not down there from over East. Like, where? I know niggas over East,
man.
I know niggas over East.
Yeah, man. There's some.
Hey, them niggas over East, bro.
Yeah, they weird, bro.
They weird for real.
They weird for real. So yeah, and also too, we have to remember that Knight didn't know what Over East was or where that was. So transition over to here where we find Tasha.
Plot twist.
Tasha survived Emperor Attila's attack. She survived,
and she was moved off the planet or the island.
Yeah, moved off the island. Yep. And so she's, several cracked ribs. I mean, Attila's ain't playing no games. He said, "Look, you gonna catch this work. You gonna catch this."
He said, "I'm whipping feet."
Yes, I'm whipping feet.
I'm whipping feet.
We don't know who this woman is that is attending to Tasha. But she still obviously the last thing that she remembers was her island was attacked. So she's like, I have to warn Knight. And obviously this woman who's taking care of Tasha has no idea who Knight is. I mean, hell, Knight didn't know what Over East was or where that was. So I'm sure these questions will be answered where we find out who is taking care of Tasha. How did she survive? How did she escape? Like, because remember they detonated the island. So
yeah, Knight's parents blew up the whole island.
So someone got her. So now we flash forward back to Knight, Noah, and Ruby where they're back on X3. They're leaving where they were just at. Destination is we're not clear on where they're going. But they're still befuddled about how they survived. The Nova Annihilator, they're thinking like, yo, we should be dead. How?
Off of Baby Boy. I thought I was dead. I thought I was dead.
Yo, shout out to Tyrese, man.
Big facts.
So they're on the ship and Noah's geeking about the tech. He said, yo, this is some top flight shit, my guy. Like, what?
Top flight security of the world, Craig.
Yeah, what you got going on here? So, they're
something that I thought was interesting in this, and I don't know if it was intentional or just kind of just
it's your dog though.
Yeah, you see him, and look, he also has that same symbol on his paw.
You
I see it. But something that I thought we had kind of touched on this last episode, Trav, where we were talking about when Ruby and Knight were having their conversation, and he didn't really say where he's from. Noah's asking him like, "Yo, where you get this shit from?" And he doesn't really answer the question. So like,
he said, "Yo, don't worry about it."
Yeah, like don't worry about it. It's that splat. It's that splat.
Yeah.
So again, just kind of what we were talking about before. Like I wonder if like his race or people or that island is like synonymous with a specific like reputation.
Yeah, like is there something that he just doesn't like that we don't know as the reader about the people that do live on the
Abyss Island of Hope.
The Abyss Island of Hope, and why he's keeping that a secret. Or if like those who do come from that island like represent some sort of value that like he doesn't know if like he says he's from there. Now he's the new lick. Now he's like, oh, we got some. Oh, hold up. There's a bounty for your head. That's life changing money.
You mean like our man Kronos from our D&D campaign? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm saying.
The callbacks.
So as they're traveling, they enter this like vortex that is like sucking them in. Pause.
Resume.
That's like from underwater, and Knight is losing control of X3, and bow, they fall right into the ocean. And now we see these 3 futuristic shinobi looking fellers. The
one dude looked like an elf, got like pointy ears.
Yeah. He's like, and then they said, "We have him." He said, "Do it," and we're like, "Do what?" Oh man,
do it.
X3 is malfunctioning. It looks like it's going to be curtains for our crew, and then boom, several hours later, they seem to be now infiltrated by this mysterious shinobi that we don't know who they are. They looks like they're now located in their underground base that is located underwater. And immediately when they get out, it's time for fisticuffs.
You see Knight got that katana back. He's like, we can't leave without my sword.
But they look like, we not like the Moon Knight ninjas. Like,
facts.
You can step if you want, but I mean, the one with the right side is just ready for action. I
like the X across like the mouth guard.
Yeah, that shit's fire.
That shit's fly.
And slices at Knight, and you can even tell by the way that Knight dipped it. He's like, "Oh shit, this bull kind of a problem."
Don't you feel like this fit kind of looks like his dad's outfit a little bit?
Yeah, it definitely does look like what his dad. It actually, it looks like it. I don't know. It looks like it almost as if like this is where his dad's like maybe trained with. But then clang, and look, he keeping up to where like because his pops was nice with it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like we've already seen one person that he thought he lost that's still alive. So maybe it's an uncle.
Yeah, maybe because he sure as hell is struggling with this mysterious samurai ninja, and that's how we end off of Knight in the middle of a clash with him and not doing so hot. So yeah, we're gonna learn who that is, why they've captured our friends, and what's gonna happen next. So yeah, I mean,
I love how all these end on a cliffhanger. Like it definitely is just like a because I'm like intentionally like reading these, like I don't want to read ahead, like I'm reading them as we're doing it.
Yeah, same.
So it definitely takes a lot for me to like click to the next one. Like once I finish, I'm like, I could just read ahead.
Right? You're like, I mean, I could just, but,
right.
But I mean, that'll stop the fun because you know, if you don't want to be that guy that's like predicting stuff or quote unquote predicting stuff, and then that exactly happens.
Because I knew what happened.
Yeah, then people gonna be, all right, man, just shut up.
Like you clearly read the whole thing.
Yeah, you clearly read ahead.
Fake ass Nostradamus.
Who the fuck you think you are, man?
Right. Huh? What was Paul Mooney? Negrodamus on this
Negrodamus. Yep. No, that was another great segment.
Era.
But yeah, man, we we are in it. And
facts.
Just for those that are listening, this was episode 5 of 8. So, we're getting close to at least catching up to what is currently out for Night of Abyss.
Yes.
But we definitely, like we said, definitely support the webtoon. Definitely read, and we just want to keep pushing this out because we'd love to see this animated and would love to see the story continue.
Shout outs to Quintin, like always.
Exactly.
We're going to scream this on every episode. Shout outs to Quintin and everybody else who helped him bring this to light. Because again, this is extremely necessary for the crusade that we're running here.
100%
for nerd culture. One part that I do just want to note that I really liked a lot. It was kind of just more of an intimate moment between Ruby and Knight, where Knight was like kind of beating himself up just on some like, I let more people die and whatnot. And again, just with like art imitating life. Just with Noah and Ruby, being raised off survival, there was like this exchange where Ruby's basically saying like, you shouldn't feel bad, you didn't know them. And Knight's just like, damn, like, aren't we all God's children? Like, essentially, like, didn't life start right here on this continent? So don't they make all people your people?
Like, to open up your nerd eye.
Word, but it was just a really nice moment, just sandwiched in between, mass children genocide and then and then a war,
sprinkled in between there. Yeah,
but yeah, I just like just like her saying like, her upbringing, shining through it, just saying like, yeah, like they were our responsibility. This isn't on you. Like, you didn't even know them. And I was just like, yeah, like it's us. It's not y'all and me. It's all of us. Like, reach one, teach one, man. Reach one, teach one. But I like that part a lot. And and Ruby's apparently older than Noah. Didn't see that. I thought Noah was the older sibling, but it makes sense.
She seemed like a young.
Like, yeah, it definitely makes sense. She's just vertically challenged. That's all.
Yeah, right.
That's all.
Legit.
Older sister. And it does seem, even though they're all gone now, it does seem that Ruby and Noah did kind of have like a little orphanage situation going on. It wasn't like whether they were like biologically their brother and sister, but it does seem like they kind of were in charge of like the forgotten children of this area, is what I'm kind of picking up from the vibe, from the conversation that they had. But it was a nice moment. And I like where he does kind of have her view of things change a bit, where he's basically saying like, if we don't help everybody, what's the point of all this? Let's change the world. And Ruby's just like, all right, let's change it together. And Knight just turns and gives her that look. He's like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like, he doesn't say fuck yeah, but the look in his eyes.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, fuck yeah. Like, let's do this shit. But no, it was a good one. It's another good one. I'm excited to see what happens next. As per usual, I'm excited to see what happens next.
Exactly.
But do you have any final takeaways on this episode, good buddy?
I don't have final takeaways. My final words are find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball for Life.
I'm gonna still do the outro, but that was beautiful.
Yeah,
Mikey, I'm gonna do the outro, and if it just ends better that way, just cut that and just keep that one.
Just a call out to the legend. Call out to the legend.
Big facts. But lifers, we call you guys the lifers because you quite literally put the L into DB4L, and we can't grow this spirit bomb without you. So lend us your energy by way of likes, subscribes, 5 to 7-star reviews if that's possible, follows on YouTube and all social medias, and all that Jupiter Jazz Part 1 and 2, because they're a pair and it matters. But like we always say here in the Kame house that Toriyama built, whether you watch it or you read it, we all need it. So open up your nerd eye, and we will see you next time on Dragon Ball for Life. Dodanre. Shout outs to super producer Mikey and Dragon Ball GT.
We love you, Mikey. And shout outs to y'all. All caps.
All caps.
Entei. And Ashi.
And Ashi the Bray.
And Layla.
La. Pow. Later, nerds.
Mortals, listen up. It's your god of destruction, Beerus here. Subscribe and follow the Dragon Ball for Life podcast, or else you shall be erased from existence. Hakai.